Help! Run! It's a stupid, ugly ogre! Oh no, it's just a crocodile of the crossing. Never mind. Alright. Here is a 4 mana 5/4 haste. Puts a -1/-1 counter a creature you control. Big guy. This is a big giant crocodile. Obviously that person has, in a very bad situation. Soul Stinger, 4 mana, 4/5. When it enters the battlefield, put 2 -1/-1 counters on a creature you control. When it dies, you get to transfer all the -1/-1 counters from this creature onto another creature. What? Then you have Quarry Hauler. And people said camels are useless. No, because Quarry Hauler is a camel, and he's not useless. He's a 4 mana 4/3. When he enters the battlefield, for each kind of counter on a target permanent, you put another one on that kind or remove it from that permanent. What? This camel can do everything, from your laundry, to playing your video games for you, to making your bed, to going grocery shopping. He could do anything for you. Lord of Extinction. I say, you can't even see this card. Here. Can you even see this card because it's so dark? But nonetheless, it's a 5 mana, black and green, star. Its power and toughness are each equal to the amount of cards in every player's graveyard. The only thing this card's missing is trample. If this had trample, it would be a game ender. This, whatever he is, he's an elemental. He will game end everybody. Seriously. Decimator Beetle. This guy's decimating your beetles. As a 5 mana 4/5, he's decimating your beetles. When Decimator Beetles enters the battlefield, put a -1/-1 counter on target Decimator Beetle you control. Whenever Decimator Beetles attacks, remove a -1/-1 counter from target Decimator Beetles you control, and you put a -1/-1 counter on up to one target creature defending player controls. So all his Decimator Beetles are going to be your Decimator Beetles with -1/-1 Decimator Beetles. Perfect. That's exactly what you want in this deck. So, get this card if you're going to run a black and green deck. Any black and green deck you want at all, this is perfect for it. Doesn't even matter what it's about. Majestic Myriarch, a 5 mana, star. Toughness is equal to twice the amount of creatures you control. At the beginning of combat, you control a creature with flying. Majestic Myriarch gains flying. The same for Double Strike, Death Touch, First Strike, Hexproof, Indestructible, Lifelink, Menace, Reach, Trample, Vigilance, First Strike, anything. Anything you want, as long as your creatures control this awesome power. You can turn into the Son of Sparta, Kratos, whatever you want, Shrek power, Kratos power, the mightiest god of warrior in the world. It doesn't matter. This Majestic Myriarch can become that being. Whatever you want. It doesn't matter. Just throw a hat on it and he becomes it, okay? Next up, Horror of the Broken Lands. 5 mana, 4/4. When you recycle or discard a card, Horror of the Broken Lands gets +2/+1 until the end of the turn. Yeah, whatever. Whatever you say, Horror of the Broken Lands. Whatever in the world you say. Hollow One. This, I cannot stress enough, is probably the most strongest card. The most strongest golem artifact creature in this entire game. 5 mana 4/4 costs 2 less for each card you've discarded or cycled this turn. I mean, this has got to be the best card. What could actually be better than this? I don't think really anything stands much of a chance. Especially not anybody's Obelisk Spider. I just don't think anything can stand a chance, especially not anybody's obelisk spider. Especially not anybody's obelisk spider. Archfiend of Ifnir. A 5 mana 5/4 flyer. When it cycles or discards, put a -1/-1 counter on each creature your opponent control. Exactly what I was thinking. Rampaging Hippos. Hungry, hungry hippo. Hungry, hippo. I'm on my way from what I want from this world. A 6 mana 5/6 trample. Seriously? Your opponent's going to have a hard time trying to get rid of this big giant hungry hippo. Just try it, is what you want to say. Just try and stop me. I got my hungry hippo out. Apocalypse Domination. The Destructor of Worlds. The flyer that flies around. He's a 6 mana flyer that flies around. His power and toughness are each equal to the number of cards in your graveyard. At the beginning of your upkeep, tap this monster, this awesome flying around everywhere you want, unless you sacrifice another creature. Yes. And then you have Shephet Monitor. This is a 6 mana 6/5 cycling. Whenever you cycle this card, you can search your library for a basic land or a desert and put it on the battlefield. Not tap, and shuffle your library. You can't ask for a better lizard than this. A lizard that comes out of the sand and cycles him own self. That's very strong. And then you finally have Razaketh Foul-Blooded. An 8 mana 8/8 flying trample. Pay 2 life, sacrifice another creature, search your library for a card and put that card into your hand. I wonder what you would search for with this card. I'm not really 100% positive what you should actually search for, with Razaketh's tutoring ability, but, there's all kinds of cards you can search for. I mean, heck, you can search for your Quarry Hauler. Check that camel out. You could search for your Decimator Beetle. I mean, check that out. Or your awesome Game Ender Hollow one. Or maybe seriously, check this one out. I didn't even show you guys this one yet. Your Horror of the Broken Lands. You can't even seriously comprehend the awesome magnitude of what you can actually tutor for. I mean, seriously, you could tutor for Mario if you want to. You could tutor for his hat if you want to. Or even this plant up here if you want to. That's if you want to. It doesn't really matter. Like anything you possibly could want. Now, anyways, that is the Hapatra deck. This is the final. I mean, I couldn't get all of these in one video because, the obelisk spider was just too big. That it could not fit enough energy, enough space in the video because of how big the spider was. But the spider was big. The decimator beetles, those things were big. And I had to create 3 separate videos, even though none of them were in the first video. But the last 2, it was so big that I had to split the video into 3 videos because they were so big. You want me to tell you why? Why I had to separate these into 3 different videos? I'm going to tell you why. Because the decimator beetles and the obelisk spiders, they were just too big. They were just way too big. I couldn't do it without the help of the onions. The onion lord, the ogre lord. Ogres are like onions. They have layers. They want you to be their swamps, their brogers. Don't make Shrek the ogre lord mad because he'll come and get you. He'll cut life off of years off of your life. He's already done it to somebody in my family. He cut 6 maybe? I think he cut 6 years off of this guy's life because he said that Shrek was stupid. And Shrek texted me and he cut 6 years off of his life because of this. And, you know, he apologized to Shrek, but Shrek wasn't fully believing. He gave him 1 extra day of life left after his birthday. So when he becomes, his birthday in 4 months, he's not going to make it much longer. But he added 1 extra day because Shrek was pleased with his apology that he said he liked Shrek. But he doesn't fully believe him. So the moral of this story is, don't mess with your opponent's decimator beetles, and don't let your opponent underestimate your obelisk spider because they're just too big. Now I hope you like this Hapatra deck because it's very fun to use. You torment your opponent. I mean, you probably are going to not be attacked because nobody wants to mess with you because it's got black and green in it. Those colors are very powerful, very intimidating. And you just got to look at your opponent and say, it seems as though you're a little lost. And your opponent's going to say, Shrek, please help me. And then, you're going to say, Shrek, are you kidding me, kid? I will destroy Shrek. Then your opponent's going to cry and he's not going to know what to do. While your opponents are, while you're laughing at him and your friends, one of your friends is going to say, oh, baby. And it's going to make him more sad. Your friends are bullies. They're direct students. But I can't tell you anymore because the Shrekening that's about to occur is very it's very ogre aggressive. And it's too unsuitable for the audience of any age because the Shrekening is too just overpowering. Watch out for the smell of onions. That's what I'm trying to say. Do not mess with the smell of onions or green and black magic decks.